Warriors. Welcome back for Unit 11, Lesson 4. Here we'll talk about dreams and theories behind dreaming. Why do we dream? If you ever wondered, here's what scientists say. First off, dreams are sequences of images, emotions, and thoughts passing through a sleeping person's mind. When researchers learned that there was a link between REM sleep and dreams, they no longer had to rely on someone's hazy memories hours or days after having a dream. Researchers could catch dreams as they happened. They could awaken people within 3 minutes after a REM sleep period and hear a vivid account. The first few dreams are usually composed of vague thoughts left over from the day's activities. A participant may report that she was watching television, for example. As the night moves on, dreams become longer and more vivid and dramatic, especially dreams that take place during REM sleep. Because the amounts of time spent in REM sleep increases during the night, the last dream is likely to be the longest and the one people remember when they wake up. We spend 6 years of our life in dreams, many of which are anything but sweet. But for both men and women, 8 and 10 dreams are marked by at least one negative event or emotion. Here are some common themes when we dream. Take a look at this list and see if any of those events are in your dreams. And like I said in a previous lesson, if you are one that does not remember your dreams, have somebody wake you up either while you're in REM sleep or shortly after. Here are the 4 theories on why we dream. The first theory came to us from Sigmund Freud in his 1900 book, The Interpretation of Dreams. Sigmund Freud proposed that dreams provide a psychic safety valve that discharges otherwise unacceptable feelings. So think back to those unconscious drives and motives. He viewed a dream storyline, that is the manifest content, as censored, a symbolic version of its latent content, which is the unconscious drives and wishes that would be threatening if expressed directly. Freud nevertheless believed that most adults' dreams could be traced back by analysis to erotic wishes, and as I've said before, to sex. Thus, a gun might be a disguised representation of male genitalia. So that's that. Second theory here is neural activation, and I kind of agree with all 3 of these. Neural activation, dreams erupt from random neural activity spreading upward from the brainstem. While we sleep, dreams are the brain's attempt to make sense of random neural activity. Neurosurgeons can produce hallucinations by stimulating different parts of a person's cortex, so random neural stimulation can do the same thing. These internal stimuli activate the brain areas that process visual images. PET scans of sleeping people also reveal increased activity in the emotion-related limbic system. Remember, this is where the amygdala is during REM sleep. The limbic system is in charge of our emotions and are also stimulated and give us emotion in our dream. The frontal lobe, that is responsible for inhibition and logical thinking, does not receive any stimulation. This may explain why our dreams are less inhibited than we are when we are awake. This also may explain Freud's theory where our dreams illustrate our unconscious urges and wishes. Moral judgment, those things are suppressed. Number 3 here, information processing. Process the dreams maybe just to sift and sort through the day's experiences in our memories. In an experiment where people were tested the day after learning a task, something like playing a video game or something. So those who had been deprived of both slow wave and REM sleep did not do as well as those who had slept undisturbed on their new learning. Learning a video game, you get interrupted during your sleep, and then the next day you go back to play that video game. The person who has more sleep does a better job. Who didn't get enough sleep heard unusual phrases. They learned to find hidden visual images before bedtime. They remembered less the next morning if they'd been awakened during REM sleep. So we know that sleep is important for learning, absolutely. And then finally, number 4 here, the physiological function. They say that dreams may be brain activity associated with REM sleep serve a physiological function, providing the sleeping brain with periodic stimulation. Instead of the brain remaining dormant for 8 hours of our lives, it's still working and learning and reinforcing and expanding our knowledge. Like I said, I'm a proponent of numbers 2, 3, 4. I think that our dreams serve basic physiological purposes. Otherwise, I don't think that they'd be as vivid and we wouldn't remember. I do believe that our brains serve us in one way, shape, or form. And scientists are still trying to figure that out, what that way, shape, or form is. Note here that this fast fact that students that get better, well, I can't say get better grades, but learning is cemented in our brains when we give our brains a break. So it is vitally important that we sleep. All right, those are the theories surrounding dreams, and we'll watch some videos in class about some of those dreams. And maybe this has been you. When you have a dream about school during the summer, it can be pretty disturbing, huh?